Okay, I have a circuit board here today, another one that came out, a flat screen TV, where they started having problems with the picture, and you can see this cap came unsoldered. See, the others stay still, but this one wiggles, and we have to resolder it so it makes a good connection and completes the circuit. So this is the solder pump we'll be using, and you can read the name on it. And this is the cap we're going to be resoldering. You can see how that leg moves up and down through the hole there. This one right here. So I'm going to set that down. Okay, so we'll take our soldering iron and the pump, and we'll heat the solder up here. Yep, you gotta tin your iron a little, just a very wee little bit to desolder that. And I will heat on one side here. There's the solder melted. Come down with the pump on this side, pump it out. And I'll push it down. You see how that lead is sticking up through the hole there? I'm going to use my 4060 solder. Put the iron on, I'm going to tin just a very little bit. Iron on one side, solder on the other side. And this one looks a little cold, so I'll reheat this one. And I'll come over here and just get this one a little bit. And there they are, all resoldered. Now that I'm done, I'll just take my tin my iron a little bit before I turn it off. And I'll tin it good here because I'm going to be storing it and not using it for a while, so I'll make sure it's tinned. Okay, so since those solder joints don't look that healthy because it has some nicotine on it, because this set came from a smoker, I'm going to use the flux. And I'll just use a little tiny screwdriver here, and I'll get a little flux, and I'll just put a little flux on each one of these solder connections. Just a very tiny bit. I'll clean my tip again, And I'll just touch these again with a very little bit of solder. Very little tiny bit of solder. Now that looks a lot better, doesn't it? So the flux can come in very handy, like when a circuit board is contaminated with nicotine, like the TV set had been owned by a smoker. So I'm going to tin my iron again, because I'm not going to be using it. And this is a 4060 electronic solder. You don't want to use acid core plumbing solder because that would damage the circuit boards. And the 4 on the bottom are the ones that I just touched up. Thanks for watching.